All right, well, we're joined by Alamogordo Tigers head football coach AJ Cisco as we get ready for homecoming week. Homecoming week already in full gear. We had Powder Puff, I think, on Tuesday night, and Powder Fluff is Wednesday night.
Yeah, we had Powder Puff last night. We got the volleyball Powder Fluff tonight.
Yeah.
So it's exciting for those high school kids this homecoming week. It's a big deal for them, and we want our kids to embrace and have fun with it.
Yeah. From the football standpoint, I can't even imagine how disappointed everybody was not to be able to finish that Valencia game. You guys were playing.
Can we go on to another subject?
Yeah.
It was a frustrating event. It was kind of a night that we kind of built up for 2 years to get to that point, and we got to that point, and Mother Nature had other plans for us to not finish that game, and we told our kids we got to move on, and we got to handle situations as they come and handle them like men and move on and get focused on our next opponent.
Yeah. From what you got to see, a quarter part of it, I mean, what did you like? What did you want to see improvement on from the guys?
Offensively, I thought we ran the ball well. I thought we controlled the offensive line of scrimmage, which was huge for us. That's something we haven't done a whole lot in 2 years, and that's credit to our kids buying in and being physically tougher. And we had some success. We did some dumb things that shot ourselves in the foot, but we found ways to get out of it and make some plays. We got hurt by some penalties early, and that came back and got us. I mean, we only scored one time in that first quarter, and we had probably 2 drives that we could have. Ended up popping in, but we ended up hurting ourselves, shooting ourselves in the foot. But defensively, I didn't get to watch a snap during the game, which it's an awesome thing to have a staff with Coach Felsetti and our defensive staff that I can go and work offensive on the sideline and never see a snap. I have no idea what happened. I had to watch the film. Everybody's telling me about it. But after watching film defensively, we played really well defensively for our 7 snaps. And that kind of shows you we had 28 snaps, I think, in that game, and 20 of them were us on offense. We controlled the ball. Had success, and when they got the ball, it was 3 and out, and we were moving on.
Yeah, I think we also saw the possibility of you guys having some quick strikes, some explosiveness to your offense. I know you like the way you ran the football, but obviously you had some big plays that helped you out in that game.
We do, and it's not just with Julio. I mean, we got some other kids that can light it up and can move, and we're excited about those kids and finding ways to open up more. I don't know if people were there or didn't understand or that were listening. There's about a 30-mile-an-hour wind in that first quarter that we were going into, and so I had to tell our offensive coordinator, we're not chucking it a whole lot this first quarter. I said, second quarter comes, we'll start taking some more shots down the field, just because we wanted to be smart with football and play that field possession game. And we do have some kids that have stepped up and did a good job in our junior class of being skilled kids to give us extra threats.
Yeah. Well, obviously not as much you want to see, in terms of an actual game, but you guys, I'm sure, have been busy in practice the last couple of weeks. Are things moving along the way that you want them to?
It was rough. I mean, we get that game called in the first quarter, and then we go into a bye week, which is not ideal.
Yeah. And
so now we've been waiting 14 days to get to this point on Friday night. But we've had a really good week so far. Morning practice has been great. Kids our theme this week is energy, and our kids have brought it for the last 2 days of being high energetic kids and getting after practice and adapting to a new game plan for Ruidoso.
Is it? I mean, I would think there's probably a hungriness for the players. They feel like they kind of got robbed of that special moment. They want to go out there and make it happen again.
They are, and we talk about we're still waiting to kick off 2019 season 3 weeks into the year, and so they're still hungry. They're still ready to go and excited for Friday. And our staff is. It's a long process. It wasn't lined up the right way, but everything happens for a reason, and we're excited for Friday night to be able to go out there and play Ruidoso and hopefully put on a performance like we did for 12 minutes.
Yeah. Well, and one thing you touched on was the offensive line, and that's, you talk about something that you've been building for heading into this third season for you guys. That's maybe the biggest part of it all, is that you guys have size and that you have experience, and they know what you want from them, and that feels like that should make a big difference for you throughout the season.
We're hoping so. And like I said, we got 5 seniors that start for us up front, 6 if you include Max when we get into a tight end set, that have been there for 2 years and have grinded it out for 2 years and kind of grown up by fire. And it's actually benefited us on the JV level, where we've got now 4 juniors that could play varsity for us that are now playing JV football for us, which is helping our JV program out. It's a huge deal of being able to get those guys bought in and getting the tenacity. And the best part is we've got maybe one kid that goes both ways, and we rest him on defense, and then Max goes both ways, but he rests on offense. So we're pretty much 2 platoon from the get-go. Yeah,
it's been a good couple weeks for the JV team, playing well against Artesia, beating Las Cruces. So.
Big win for us last Thursday was to beat Cruces here in that JV. And I don't know the last time, as a staff, we were talking the last time Alamogordo JV has beaten Cruces JV in football.
Yeah.
And that was a huge win for us. Then our freshmen kicked off their season last Saturday with the big win over TRC. And it's exciting to be a Tiger and exciting to be a football player and see the growth of our program from where it was 2 years ago.
Yeah, certainly making some improvements. Well, You play a Ruidoso team. Last year, you guys had a crazy game up in Ruidoso, speaking of weather delays, but all kinds of weird things. You had your kicker get hurt right before the game. I mean, it was that was one of the crazier Tiger games I've seen in a while, and you guys had a chance to win it. What's the feeling going into this year? Is Ruidoso on a talent level they're the same as last year, or are they a little bit down from what they were?
No, they're still pretty good. I mean, they were pretty skilled last year, and those kids are now seniors, and they're very skilled. I mean, they've got a kid named Layson Powell, number 2, who's a slot receiver. Who can blow the top off of coverage and make a play anytime. Quarterback is a kid named Gage Guardiola. Transfer back in, very athletic quarterback, run and throw. They don't have a tight end, but he's a big fullback that's probably going to play tight end in college. And, he's got to be about 6'3", 220, very good athlete, Grant Oberhue. Their quarterback last year's now a receiver. I mean, they got skilled kids across the board that can go. And it's going to be a good matchup for us. You go back to last year is one of those things our kids didn't really know how to finish games. And when they got in that situation, that was the first time they've ever been in that situation. And we threw for like 400 yards.
Yeah.
Which was unheard of.
Yeah.
I don't know. We don't want to do that again on Friday.
Well, and I think more importantly, I'm sure the defense and Coach Falsetti and everybody that this is probably a little bit of a goal game, and that y'all want to be able to at least slow down, if not shut down, that offense.
Yeah, and we just showed our kids on Monday when we do our install and show them our PowerPoint. The last PowerPoint they see is a scoreboard shot from last year of the score, and then some quotes on the game. And we just want our kids to remember what happened last year. We talked to our kids about being kind of on a revenge tour this year from what's happened the last 2 years, and this is a shot that we got on Friday night. And it's not a cakewalk. It's not going to be easy. We're going to have to play really well. Ruidoso is very well coached. Great skill kids that are going to they're going to be a problem for a lot of football teams.
Is part of that maybe on offense, try to control the ball a little bit and maybe not keep the offense on the field, keep their defense on the field?
Yeah, and that's our mentality. We want to shorten games. We don't want our defense out there playing 80, 90 snaps a game. We want them to be at 50, if not less. And that all comes down to us offensively, being able to move the chains, run the football, and have success. And then when we get our chances to take a shot, we'll take a shot and hit it and have our home run.
And, of course, homecoming, obviously, to win homecomings would be another thing. You talk about the revenge tour, but an opportunity to win your homecoming game and do it in front of all the fans, that would be a big deal.
It is, and that's, like I said, it's homecoming week. It's a great time for the community of Alamogordo and our high school to embrace this. And they don't have homecoming during basketball or baseball. We tell our kids that it's only during football season, and it's because there's a football game on Friday night. And we want the community to come out. We had a great crowd the first night that was very energetic. I got comments from other coaches that were in the stands that said, our student section. He says, and I said, why?
Great.
I said, our student section's awesome. And he's like, well, it's been pretty good for 2 years, Coach. And I said, okay. And he says, the difference was the crowd. Very energetic. And he says, it's because your kids were playing energetic and having fun and doing those things. And we want to welcome everybody to come back out on Friday night and have fun with us. I mean, we're starting anew. We broke out new decals, new unis. Everything's kind of new this 2019. This is finally our kind of thumbprint on everything, how it's going to go. And we want everybody to come out and have fun with us on homecoming night.
All right, looking forward to it. And hopefully at the end of it, a W against Ruidoso. Good luck, Coach.
I appreciate it, Charles. Thanks.